As for me, anybody who is involved in the death of the innocent do not deserve any mercy. So I am asking everybody who works for the police, for the army, make sure you are not on checkpoints in Biafra land. Make sure you are not involved in the killing and molestation of the innocent. Make sure that your hand is not soiled, because if you do, all these sins will be able to locate you. That's what we are saying. And in time to come, of course, we don't know who they are, but as time goes on, they will be able to answer every prayer that all of you have been making, every legitimate prayer regarding those who have been who have presented themselves as stumbling block towards our emancipation. I have a caller again on the line. This caller, can you hear me? And thanks for your patience. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Chimdike Obonaya.
Chimdike Obonaya, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Conroe, Texas, very close to Houston, Texas. I was the last caller the first time during the weather incident in Houston when you were in Houston.
Oh, okay.
And I was the last caller on that day. We got disconnected. I tried multiple times, and thank God I'm able to get to you today. Thank you so much. I'm an Omahian as well, Mazi.
You are an Omahian.
Glad.
You are blessed.
Yes, in the name of Mazi. Thank you.
Which house were you in? Which house were you in?
I was in Niger House.
Niger House. Okay. Thank you. Please go ahead. Yes.
Thank you. While you were announcing things that are points that my IPOB members and everybody Biafra needed to pray about, and I was hoping that you would talk about unknown gunmen. We are seriously praying. I don't personally see them as unknown gunmen. I see them as saints, as you see them as well. Thank you so much, Mazi, for all that. Please, Mazi, I have a few questions. You see, I have friends in Imo State who keep telling me about incidents going on, even from the SARS operatives and all these people, and still being supported and fully backed by the Fulani appointed Supreme Court. I will call him the Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, UZODINMA.
I love that name, the Sarikin Fulani of Imo State. I love the name. The Sarikin, he is not even an administrator, because he is working for Fulani Janjaweed. He is the Sarikin. He is the Sarikin Fulani. I will do a special program on that idiot. I am going to expose him beyond the understanding of most people. Believe you me, that man is a demon. Hope UZODINMA is a demon. And he has been moving and transporting our people to Abuja and all over the north. The same thing that WIKE did. He thought that WIKE did it and got away with it. But they do not know that the rain is going to fall and fall heavily upon WIKE. I am making it abundantly clear. The rain will fall, not even rain. Hell, fire and brimstone will fall on WIKE very, very soon. I assure him of that, for all the evil and atrocities that he has committed against our people. Hope UZODINMA is doing the same thing, moving and rendering our people to the north to be raped. One of the girls that was raped, airlifted from, what should I say, abducted from Obibo and raped, she underwent surgery and her womb was removed. I have the pictures. Only a few days ago in Lagos, her womb was removed. I have the pictures. It is horrific. It is horrible. She was the one subjected to multiple rape. A very young girl raped as a result of what WIKE did. And that is exactly what Hope UZODINMA is doing right now in Imo State. That man is beyond evil. He is the Sarikin Fulani of Imo State. As you have quite rightly tagged him. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi. So that was actually one of the things I was going to say, because my friends tell me that the incident abductions, it's even increasing. And you see someone today and they go out and you don't see them anymore and nobody can trace their whereabouts. So Mazi, if and I even saw about the incident today, yesterday in Anambra. If there is a way we can get across to our people over there in the ESN to if we can, I'm supporting more and I'm calling for more support to get our people in ESN to go over there and be on the watch, because people are missing every day, Mazi. It is that bad. And on the other question, I saw a lot of people saw broadcasts, and I'm trying to say if it's possible for you to address people that might be not so okay with broadcasts that we saw pastor, from the man in the creek that just starts his own government and wants to make people to follow him, which is not going to happen, so that people will be rest assured that everything is under control, under one command, as it has always been. Thank you, Master.
Thank you very much, and very, very incisive questions you presented this very morning. Let me make it very clear, abundantly clear. Let me start from the last. That we are not under any government. This is, I think, about the 6th time they have tried to launch a government. I saw the very mischievous headline from Nation newspaper yesterday, alluding to the fact that I had given my support to the idiotic and ridiculous formation of any government. The only reason why I have not come out to totally condemn it was because they said it is a customary government. It is not the government of Biafra. It's just like the way you have the 12 Sharia states in the north. They operate a customary Sharia system that suits people of the Janjaweed, leaning, those who are being controlled by the Fulani Caliphate. They have the Sharia in the north. Does it affect you where you are? Does it affect us in the south? The answer is no. So you can form any government you like. It can, maybe you and your friends can get together and form a government. Nobody's stopping you. It is called a customary government. Some idiots tried to form the same rubbish many, many years ago. Some of them tried to pressure me into forming a government. And I said to them, no, that before you form, our people are Republicans, they are Democrats by nature. Before you form any government, you need to get their permission. They need to mandate you to do it. You just can't wake up in the morning and insultingly say that I'm forming a government for Biafra. Somebody who is a Janjaweed, somebody whose allegiance is to Saudi Arabia, somebody that despises Israel, somebody who is a nobody, has no following. Even the wife doesn't follow him. You want to, anybody can, in the zoo, you can announce anything, and if you give them money, they will carry it. We know the work that DSS is doing. They even went as far as issuing an op-ed. Somebody wrote an article trying to extol the virtues, trying to insinuate that somehow this wonderful, noble, unbreakable family has been divided. And I said to the person that you are insane. Once you leave IPOB, you are on your own. You cannot take anybody with you. It is impossible because we are one family. That is who we are. One name under one command. Not two, not three, not four. People may try to seek relevance. It is in their nature. When you run out of, let me give you a very simple example, my dear brother. Anytime you see a harlot, anytime you see a prostitute, anytime she runs out of money, she will put on a very small skirt and high heels and handbag with lipstick and wig, and she will go and stand on the street corner. If she doesn't have bread, because that is what she is used to. Anytime you have these hungry people run out of money, they try to make so much noise to attract the attention of the zoo government so that their money can start flowing again. But I think the zoo have now sourced them out, that they are nobody, that they are insignificant. Coming to the abductions that you talked about, we know what is happening. And that is why I don't know who the unknown gunmen are, but I'm praying for them. All those people, I am praying to God to please put it in the minds of the unknown gunmen to go and find those who are kidnapping our people and deliver judgment to them. No, they will not deliver. They will send them to Chiko Kikabiama to judge them. That's what we are praying for. But if you think that they're going to go scot-free, then whoever thinks along that line is very much mistaken. They are all going to pay very, very dearly for it. If you look at how the zoo is now progressing towards disintegration, what we have been praying for and working for very many years has now caught on in Yoruba land. I know that now that Baya Debanjo is the new Afenifere chairman, or should I say the president of Afenifere. A very wonderful, wonderful development because he is a man of his words. And the likes of Ibagani Adams are now saying the right things they ought to have said many, many years ago. And the very young man is doing very well, saying what they should have said many, many years ago. And you can see how things are progressing. We are only waiting for the middle belts to rise up as well. And the zoo is history. Forget all the nonsensical garbage about constitutional force. You do constitutional force majeure with people who are reasonable, people who are sensible, people who are amenable to reason, not Fulani Janjaweed. They don't understand it. What they need is war and chaos, and that is what they're going to get. Look at, do you know that they no longer go to school in the north? The zoo is almost gone. And as I said, if you have not gotten your Somali visa yet, please try and do so, because the zoo is imploding and imploding very, very fast. All those involved in the abduction of our people, very soon they will receive their own judgment. That I can assure you categorically. And thank you very, very much for calling. And wherever you are, as you pray for ESN, pray for IPOB, also pray for those saints. They are saints, sent from heaven. They are called unknown gunmen, but to me, they are saints. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Our lines are open. You can call us. A very brilliant, a very wonderful call. Wherever you are, please, we welcome you. This is Radio Biafra live question and answer session. We used to do this every Friday until some things caught up with us, but we are here back once again, answering very difficult questions. No matter how difficult those questions are, we shall answer them. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning.
My name is Kenneth Nnachuku, calling from Germany, from Bremen, Germany.
Your name is Kenneth. I want to know your proper name. That one you're answering is a Danish name. It came from Denmark.
Okay,
what is your proper name?
Oh, my name is Omonna Nnachuku.
Very good. Omonna Nnachuku, thank you very much. Named after heaven itself. From where?
Thank you, Mazi. I'm calling from Bremen, Germany.
From Bremen in Germany. It seems only Germans are awake this morning, and those from Texas as well. Please go ahead, you're listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mazi, I just came back from work this morning, so I have to wait for your question and answer. So, Mazi, I just have two articles for you this morning, and I hope it will not be so difficult to explain them to me. One important thing I want to say is, I want to ask first is, we are having a very big problem here, and the problem we are having is a lot of us, we don't have a passport anymore. They are expired, and when we try to apply for our passport in the embassy, most of us that are in Facebook, that are really posting a lot of things about the disintegration of Nigeria, they are refusing us passport in one way or the other, by not even giving us an appointment to get our passport. So, and we don't actually know what to do. Some people are running from Germany to Holland to go get their passport and just stuff like that. So, but now most of us don't know on how we go about this thing. So it is a problem. So I don't know how you can clarify these things for us, how we go about it. But a suggestion for it, how I thought, is like in Germany here, officially in Germany here, we are like not registered officially in Germany here, because like the IPOB Bremen where I belong to, we are registered, and in Europe they have a way their law works. It's like every state have their own law. So as we are registered in Bremen, it's like we are registered under the law of Bremen. The people in Hamburg, who if they are registered in Hamburg, they are registered under the law of Hamburg, the state. Yes. And in Cologne, it's just like
it's a proper federal system, as you have in the USA, a proper federal system. Every state in Germany has their own laws, and they implement it, they enact their own laws, and they implement it accordingly. It's a proper federal system. I have a very simple answer to your question. There is something called stateless statehood, which means you now have to, what we need to do is to perhaps instruct our lawyers. Mr. WIKE is there. WIKE, who is our deputy head of the Directorate of State. We can get him to explore the possibility of trying to get the UN involved. And the UN, in this instance, they have no choice. Once you have been denied a renewal of your passport, you go to the nearest UN office or get your lawyer to inquire for you about applying for the status of statelessness, which means somebody without a state until Biafra is recognized. And they are bound by conventions and treaties to make sure that they issue with a travel document. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because some of us started this very thing already. Like for me, I went already to the local foreign office where we renew our visa.
Yes.
Let me say where we renew our stay, like those of us who don't have the German passport or something like that. So, and they gave me, because my passport expired already last month, and they gave me something they call in Germany Fiktionsbescheinigung. So this paper I can be using to run around in Germany to work, but I can't use this very paper to leave Germany.
That's what I'm explaining to you. The only document you can use to leave Germany is one issued by the United Nations, because currently we are all stateless. Once the zoo refuses to renew your passport, you become stateless. And with that, it is enough compelling evidence to get the UN to issue you with a travel document, because you are a stateless person. Stateless. That's what it means. And now with it, you can also approach the authorities of where you're in and get them to try to, of course, fix whatever endorsement or should I say, whatever identity or valid document or stay in that very area that you may have to need on your travel document. So the next port of call is the UN, to make them aware that we are stateless, not by choice, but by virtue of the behavior of the zoological republic. That's what we're going to do. And I will get Nzulumike to look into it and see how that applies in the case of Germany. That is something that people do not understand. There is something called persons who are stateless, which means you have no country of your own. In our case, we are waiting for Biafra to come. Where you have been denied access to proper documentation, as the zoo is now doing, then we go to the UN and we apply for this very status. As simple as that. And that's what we're going to do. So I will get Nzulumike to investigate it and then come back to us. Because what we have right now, especially in Germany, is not acceptable, and we're not going to accept it. Thank you very much for your call. Is that all you have to say?
Okay, Master.
Thank you. Thank you. And remain blessed. Thank you very, very much. Our lines are open. Our lines are open. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. Your name and where you are, please. Sorry, I can't hear you. The caller on the line, I cannot hear you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Please, your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, good morning. My leader, my name is John China Sokuchima, a regular caller calling from Abba.
From Abba, please go ahead.
Yes, my leader. May Chukwuka Abiyama bless you and keep you more stronger as you are pushing us to this our glorious land.
Yes, sir.
My question for you this morning is I really wanted to know, because in our meeting last Saturday we deliberated it. We have some of our new members that are coming. I want you to clear air, because some people say that you say that we should close our books, we should not welcome new members again, no monthly dues. But some people are coming because of the way they see IPO be moving and the way we are on truth, and the whole thing they are doing is coming up. They wanted to join us. What do you do to them? I want you to clear, because they say that you say we should not welcome new members again.
No. I think, sorry, let me cut you short there. No, they misunderstood what I said. I said in ESN, we no longer welcome new recruits into ESN. But as for ordinary family meeting, people can come in. But let me tell you the fear that we have. There are a lot of people who have been recruited by the zoo to identify our people for abduction. So where you have a temporary moratorium in place, where people are not being accepted, or should I say new members are not being accepted, it is for a very simple reason that we need to keep those who are there before secure and safe. And coming to the issue of contribution, yes, allow me to repeat. I do not want, there are no more monthly dues for the time being until I lift it. No more monthly dues in Biafra land alone. Outside Biafra land in the diaspora, people are allowed to continue to contribute. But in Biafra land, no more monthly dues in Biafra land. And I would leave it to the coordinators on the ground to determine those of them who should be admitted into our meetings. But for ESN, the door is shut, it is closed. No more. We have enough people and they're doing wonderfully well. And we need to make sure that anybody coming in is sensible enough, is understanding enough to appreciate the level of discipline required for you to serve in ESN. ESN is more disciplined than any army in Africa at the moment. And we don't want people to come in there to contaminate it. Thank you very much for your call.